All right, fellas. Welcome to episode 2 of our XCFL Crossfire. This time we have from left to right. We have Tosh.
Good evening.
We got Brent.
Bonjour.
We got Doss,
How you doing, cunts?
and we got the returning champion of the world, Robert Morlock.
Undefeated.
Boo.
So this time we're gonna just do it at the end of each question. Whoever did the best, 3 points. Second best, 2 points. Third best, 1 point. Fourth best, no points. And that's about the only difference from last time. So if you guys want to be on the show, remember to hit us up or also send questions in, because we'll probably run out of questions quick at this rate, like someone said. So, all right, Tosh, let's start it out. Who is Skip Bayless on XCFL Twitter?
Well, I'm going with the cover up because the best thing for the troll to do is to cover his own back. So, who does Skip Bayless make fun of the most? It would be Brian. He's the best cover because he always goes after Brian. So maybe Brian's going after himself because he likes to play that victim role, and the guy loves ripping on the Panthers and then going after everybody else. So it's like he goes after the Panthers, then goes after everybody else. So I'm saying
like it. Brent, what do you got?
I got a different answer, man. So I put some science into this, and I looked at the times of the tweets. All the timestamps are between 2 and 3 a.m. Eastern. So that leaves essentially 4 guys in the league who it could really be. We got Riot, but he never says Jaja or Jep, so Riot's out. We got Air V. He's the Giants. They haven't made a single tweet from their account in over 19 days, so it's not him either. Leaving only Josh and Ace. And quite frankly, the humorous Skip isn't really that funny, so I'm going to go with Josh because Ace would be way more witty about it.
Ooh, rip Josh.
Yeah, so it's 100% Josh.
Doss, what do you got for us?
I'm gonna go with the resident slighted negative Nancy of the group, and I'm calling out Grizz. I think he's taking his anger on the field gameplay out on everyone else because they're being successful.
This is my nightmare.
This haunted house you got going on in the background, it's kind of distracting me.
That's
so
Rob. That's always
+1.
Rob.
So it's Grizz.
I like it. Rob, close us out. Who is Skip?
Well, I hate to say it, but I actually thought it was you, Grizz, but somebody else picked you. So I guess let's pick on Nick and say that Nick secretly is putting this together behind the scenes and making it pointed to everybody else. But so I'm saying Nick.
I'm going to have to go Brent taking that round, Tosh second, and we'll give Doss a point because I am super negative always. Question 2.
Real recognize real.
Brent's going to start it out. Do we need to differentiate further between sim and fair play?
Yeah, I'd say so. I mean, they are 2 entirely different things, right? Like, fair play is essentially just following the rules that are set out for us and demanded of everyone. While sim play, it's still kind of up for debate, but a lot of people think that it's trying to make the game just like an NFL game. To me, that's not true, though. It just means taking advantage of like flaws in the game. So if something isn't unrealistic or arcadish, then we should try not to do it, is essentially what sim means to me. But it's not necessarily necessary because, guys are still following the rules just because they're not necessarily sim. So let me vomit here for agreeing with Rec, but there is a difference.
Doss.
Yeah, for sure. The word sim has been dead for the past 5 years. NFL, we all know they do, if a play works, they're going to keep running it until you learn how to stop it or until you slow it down. And in the NFL, the game is you want to win the game. So sim is just, it shouldn't be used anymore. Fair play across the board. One user using the rules, the other user using the rules, and both of them going at it head to head instead of finding little weasel ways to, get a leg up on somebody else.
I like it. Robert.
Yeah, I mean, there's a couple things that I've seen. Yes, you look at the NFL and it's switched to it's 80-90% pass. It's at least 80% passing anymore. And in our league, we try to be more towards 70-30. And then you see the catching. I know I've debated with that quite a bit, but they catch in the possession catch, they catch and they fall down. I've played people that go through like 10 catches and falls down, and it's just crazy to watch. But it is fair.
All right, Tosh.
All right, first off, I'm doubting Robert's. I think he's bringing up false statements, false facts. 80% pass is not the NFL. I'm pretty sure of that. But it probably is a little bit more pass than it is run. But when we talk about fair play, I think we have a ton of rules that we most abide by, and I think it brings a great gameplay from any other place that we could go to and play, especially as a group. Sim, I mean, I don't think anybody's running the same exact plays all over the place or the same routes. Sometimes somebody like Rec will see something 3 times and he's going to go off the deep end, but that's just, I mean, we know that's
Use a
going to
name.
happen. I mean, there's some people that run the same defense 15 times, and that's a fact. I've seen it happen. But if everybody's under the same rules, I think we're all right.
Brent, anything else? You went first. Little rebuttal action?
No, I agree with Tosh. They're definitely not running 80-20 in the NFL.
We're trying to take down the champ.
I'm going to go dang, that's tough. I'm going to go DOS 3, Tosh 2, Brent 1. Rob, I can't give you any points if the crowd's going to gang up on your answer like that. You know
Man, I'm in trouble.
Question 3. Madden, do you guys have fun at the end of the day playing it, or are you just here for the coffee?
Is it me?
Yeah, you're starting to sound like that. Yeah, my fault.
Yeah, that's a resounding no. Madden is not fun to play. But I mean, I love the NFL. It's the only game we have, and I don't know. The league is special to me. I found it while I was on deployment back in 2016, and I joined a brotherhood. So essentially, I'm here for the guys, and that's why I want us all on the same page and playing by the same rules. So,
Okay, Rob.
Well, as far as Madden goes, this XCFL is beyond my wildest dreams. It has totally changed my perception on Madden. So I'm 100% in on this is the greatest thing I've ever seen, especially the Brotherhood, and it's just a lot of fun.
Tosh.
As it comes to playing Madden, I think the way that we play it is the best. So if I probably would not buy Madden if I don't have a good CFM to be in, and the XCFL has definitely enhanced my enjoyment over the past cycle and a half. So I would say that I have fun playing in the XCFL. I enjoy the games, but if it wasn't for the cup of coffee that we get with it, I probably wouldn't buy Madden.
Brent, close us out.
Of course, it's fun, man. We all love being here. I mean, it's so much more than just the game. It is the brotherhood that this brings. It's the times that you're sitting at home bored on the couch and you can open up main chat and have a laugh, make fun of someone. And then the game's still fun, man. There's so many annoying parts of it, but don't get me wrong, we're all on the same playing field. And if it was really that bad, we would have went back to the last Madden, and we're still here. I don't think we've had a single user leave on their own this cycle. Actually, Ace.
Yeah. I'm gonna go with the cop out. I like it.
I got a rebuttal right here.
Oh, send it.
I got a rebuttal. We got 3 people use politician answers like they're running for office in 2020 and skirted around. Is Madden a fun game, or are you just here for the coffee?
Brent said it was.
Yeah, I think it's fun still.
I still think it's fun.
I'm not a huge fan of the X Factors, but it is still enjoyable to get out there and whip your ass.
It's fun.
Where's that? Number 4. Rob's gonna start us on this. In the XCFL creates a new rule. This isn't gonna happen. Obviously, you can create a player. What are you gonna make, Rob?
Well, I'd love to say a 6'7" tight end, 267 pounds. I'd call him Riley Leak, and I'd just let him dominate the middle of the field.
Okay,
That would be a dream.
So, you had the option to make anyone you want, and you make a player you had last Madden. Over to you,
Very
Tosh.
creative.
Well, I'm going to go back to somebody I have right now. I'm creating a clone of Luke Kuechly because he's going to get old here, and he is a monster. Somebody who's got the enforcer, somebody that can like literally hit stick and knock people's lights out every time he goes to make a tackle, and he's got the coverage abilities that he's like going to lock down. So thanks, Brian, to trading him to Brent, and Brent, thank you.
And then that brings us up to Brent.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the opposite. I'm gonna get the guy that I traded for Luke Kuechly. I'm making a running back, man. I probably wouldn't make him the same as Chubb. I'd probably make him like 5'3" and have feet like a rocket on him. But I want a player who's gonna have the ball in his hands. I'm not creating someone that I'm not gonna use or on defense. So I want a guy with X factor powers who's gonna juke you out of your shoes, and I'm gonna give him 30 carries a game.
I like it. Doss.
I'm going with none other than number 69 of the Houston Texans, Doss's gay son. I would strategically plant him on the Patriots this cycle so that he could, continue to give them a cock tease like he did to Boone. Got him all wound up, and then he ended up screwing him in the playoffs, and that was the whole goal from the beginning. So, yeah, Doss's gay son, number 69.
I like it. That's gonna.
Amazing.
We'll go with Doss for the full 3. Brent gets 2. Tosh gets 1 right there. So we got a close race. Even Rob has 3 from the funnest league or the league answer. So that
Hey, I scored.
That brings us out to Tosh again, and this time create a dream division from the XCFL fans' perspective. So if we have like any groupies like Vangela in the chat, what do they want to see? What's their dream division?
I'm thinking we want to see more, like today, chat was on fire. We want to see more games or more days that chat's on fire. So if we can get these guys to play each other twice a season, make sure we got VBD as the Jags. We've got Brian as the Colts, IREC as the Texans, and Boone as the Titans. So you've got the Boone and Brian, you've got Rec and Brian, you've got VBD and Brian. So that's 3 people that don't like Brian. Nobody likes VBD. You've got Boone and Brian from last cycle, and who knows about Rec and Boone? They're probably going to start hating each other if they play each other twice a season. So right there, chat, fire, every game, every day.
I like it. I like VBD. Brent, what do you got?
So unfortunately, I had basically the exact same thing as Tosh down, but I did have one difference. So IREC was going to be the Steelers, Brian was going to be the Ravens, VBD was going to be the Bengals, and here's where I get different. I'm putting Syracuse pride in the division with them. And the reason is those sassy little comments that he makes to them all the time. And the incredible game plans that he makes are going to get right under their fucking skin and have all 3 of them ready to boil. Boone's boring now, man. Boone has started doing slants and curls all day in this game. He's going to slow the pace down and stop the fights, man.
I kind of do need pride and Brian in the division now that you bring it up. Doss, what do you got?
Well, I've got Brian, Boone, Rec, and myself. There's about 90% of rage that a lot of you guys don't see. That's why I stay quiet after a lot of games. And I think that those 3 would bring it out in me in public. So it would be a whisper screaming match between me and Brian twice a year. Then backhanded comments from Rec to Brian, etc.
All right, Rob.
Just a rage division.
Well, I hear where this is all going, and I think you guys are going to give Nick a bunch of ulcers if you put all them in the same division. I was thinking, this was kind of teased back when we did the team draft, but you got Tosh as the Browns. You take Regan as the Ravens. You throw Nick in there as the Bengals, and you got Brent in there as the Steelers. And give the people what they want. I mean, that's 4 powerhouses right there.
I like that. Tosh, any kind of rebuttal to close this out, or are you good?
I mean, I did like the adding the pride in, but if I think another one, if we're just going real quick, just you wanted to go powerhouses, you got to throw Jack. I like me, Jack. You go VBD, And then you've got one more person, and I think the one that everybody would like to see would probably be Larson. So I think that'd be a good one too.
That's really good. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna give Brent a full 3 for the Brian on Pride Crime, and then everyone else is gonna grab 2 that round. That'll bring us to Brent leading us off. You can ban one route from any user. What route is it, and what user?
See, I actually like when a guy just uses one route over and over because then I can sit on it. I know what's coming for a sack or a turnover. But for the sake of the question, I'm going to take away the in route from Boone because all he does is hit those short routes now. So I just don't want to deal with Cooper Kupp's white ass flying all over me.
Doss.
Man, this is a hard one. I mean, but they're both towards Brian, so I guess it's a win-win. I'm gonna say the wheel route for Brian. We all know that you could take a 88 speed receiver and run a wheel route against a 94 speed cornerback, and he wins just because of the route. And Brian's offense is geared towards the wheel route. I mean, I watched his playbook for an entire day at work one day, and yeah, so the wheel route for Brian.
To be fair, you taught me of the wheel route, and it's
That was last Madden.
Rob, what do you got?
So negative points for you.
Well, I'm gonna jump on my office compadre there and Higgy, and I'm saying take away the Wildcat read option where he puts Jakeem Grant back there. That guy, it's a copycat league, and he's seen that play, and he's now starting to utilize it.
You seen
and
Barry
that
Brooks
play
do
has
it.
He's seen it way too many times, and that's got a lot of that's a big play for somebody with 95 speed.
Tosh, what are you banning?
I'm going banning a route concept stick and nod for NWS. He's been using it for literally 10 years. It's always empty. So here's a scouting report on NWS. Always empty. The tight end's doing that little stick and nod, and he's hot routing the slot guy into a slant, and he's just going to wait till something comes open, and he'll do it all the time, and he's going to yell on his stream, stick and nod, every time.
Hold on. Did a guy who just got demolished by NWS last week just give us a scouting report on NWS?
Yeah, well,
thank you.
We didn't have very good offensive output. We had the B team in there. We're saving our guys for the playoffs.
All right. Question 7. Rob leads us off on this one. Also, well, if I say the points, it'll take away the drama from this question. So, stay. Rob, lead us off.
See you later, Rob.
Would you prefer to stay on the same Madden for 2 years and get that many more seasons in, or just keep buying it every year like we do?
I love the rosters. That's always been a big thing for me, a big deal. So I love bringing in the rookies, seeing what kind of talent has evolved. So for me, I would want to turn it every year just to get the fresh rosters and see who the Buffalo Bills pick up and what they look like.
I like it. Tosh?
I think we need to reset just because you get people in different divisions. You get to pick a new team. Sometimes if the game, especially if people aren't enjoying that version, every new version at least brings new excitement. So I think I like the process of switching over every time.
Brent?
Yeah, I wouldn't switch. I would switch every time. I'm stuttering here on the last question, trying to do worse than Rob. But at the end of the day, my favorite event is like the team draft and all that kind of stuff. So if we didn't switch every time, then that would only happen half as often. And guys start to use the same concepts at the end of the cycle because they all know what works. So they get rid of the stuff that doesn't work. Just use what does, and it gets a little boring.
Okay, Doss?
I wouldn't mind staying on the same Madden. One, just for being that I've had my fill of how many things EA can break, and if you stay on the same game, it's going to be an old game, so they're not going to go back and break more stuff and fix stuff. So it would be one consecutive. Okay, this is how this game plays. Figure it out. Build your team how you want. Unlike, trading away hit stick guys and then it goes away and then it comes back and then you look like an idiot. I'm not saying any names, but yeah.
Okay. At the end of that round, we gotta let someone go. But I will say this, Rob. House rules. Are we keeping points that they've accumulated so far? Or are we resetting until we kick someone else off? It's your call.
I think you got to keep the points.
Okay, sounds good. And thanks for coming on this one. The win streak stops at 1, but we'll look to get you back next time.
No problem at all. Thanks, guys.
Fun
That-
talking to you, Rob. Take
that-
it easy.
Brings us into question 8, and Tosh's turn to lead us off. Who is the worst trader in the league?
Oh, I mean, let's just look at the worst roster in the league. It was bad to start with, but now it's absolutely. I don't know how you recover with Air V and the Giants. I'm just not sure. You had Ingram, you had Barkley, you had. I mean, you at least Barkley. Like, why? Why would you trade him? And now his team. His only ability player is a guard in X Brown, Kevin Zeitler. That is his only ability player in a version that abilities and X factors rule the land. That's all he has. And I just don't know how you recover.
Brent?
Well, unfortunately, this might ruin relations, but it's got to be my minor league team, the Carolina Cardinals. He's just been doing some atrocious trades, man. Giving up Keekly for I think it was like a couple of fourths and like a sandwich or something. And then I mean he sent me Brian Burns and some other guys and look what my team's turned into ever since getting rid of Kyler's fumbling injured ass.
Burning the pipeline down for some points. I like it.
Yeah, you got to take care of the environment sometimes, man. The pipeline's gone.
All right, Doss.
Well, a wise man once said it's hard to find a great pass rusher, and that was after you traded away a generational talent at pass rusher. So I'm gonna have to piggyback here and go with Brent's answer on Brian. You trade away, an awesome linebacker, and then you're in the chat looking for another linebacker of the same caliber. It makes no sense to me at all.
That's true. Who's next? Brent, someone has to draft for you the rest of your XCFL career. Who you taking?
I got to go with my main man, Grizz. You got lots of experience, man. You've been drafting up at the top plenty in the years. You're always making trades. You always got lots of picks. So I know you've missed a few times lately, but shooter's going to shoot.
It's a shot clock expires.
Doss, what do you got for it?
Well, I got the guy who just lives and dies by the draft and seems to think it matters, Robert. I'll just give him all the paperwork and be like, "Hey, you go figure this out." And yeah, it's Robert.
And Tosh.
I'm making Ace my GM. Ace loves to be around. He likes to do everything except play the game. He knows all about salary cap and looking ahead and doing all that kind of stuff. If I ever have a question, I go to him. So, again, another person that knows how to find the top picks. So he knows what to look for. And Ace would be my just total GM. Wouldn't have to worry about any of that.
Can you think of a strong ace draft pick? I'm thinking of Nick's linebacker. He traded for Adams.
He had a linebacker. He had a couple guys that he picked last time. There's a D line like that.
Oh, Pinkston. Yeah, I ended up
Pinkston.
getting him.
Yeah, you ended up trading way too much for Pinkston.
Oh
But
yeah. Now let's do one more question. This one came in from Nick late, and it was if you could have anyone's XCFL jersey for free in any from any cycle, whose jersey?
Well, I haven't started one in like forever,
So
so.
then there you go. It's Doss.
I guess mine would have to be Bishop, that from the Lions like 3 cycles ago. The dude was a complete animal. He was like 6'4", just a wingspan. It was incredible. Speed for days. So yeah, Bishop.
I like it. Tosh.
actually, I'll pay for mine. It's only I'm going to offer like $5, but I'm going to go to Robert and ask for that Max Ecker jersey. It was, I mean, he might be the most publicized player of all time in XCFL and a total bust. He was the guy that, like, he had a face, he talked, he had a video, he had his own jersey, like it was real life on the guy. And I think he lasted to bench the guy that you actually bought a jersey for, like he was done. Like Robert just said, no, we're moving on. Riley Leake's the man at tight end, and he needs somebody to throw to. So I'm going to bring Max Ecker back from the dead.
You're going Ecker and not Peak.
No.
Brent.
I'm going to go with the great white buffalo, the unicorn of all unicorns, the best receiver in XCFL history, Gordon Todd.
Oh
Fuck Barry Brooks. Gordon Todd is the man. That guy could fly. He could jump. He had great catching skills. And that's why I need Grizz to be my GM, because I missed the opportunity to grab him so I could grab a running back.
All right, that's gonna bring Doss out of it. So give it up to Doss there, and we go into our last two questions in this lightning round that we're gonna try to figure out.
Later, Doss.
See you guys.
See ya.
Brent, you lead us off. To enhance league parity, you got to swap 2 AFC and NFC teams. Who's it gonna be?
Fuck the parity. I want to get rid of Jack and Brian, send them over to the AFC so other people can deal with them. And I want to take Sean and Rob because it's just an enjoyable experience to play them, baby.
Nice. Tosh.
I think Boone, you switch Boone to the AFC West and you bring Sean over to the NFC West. I think that's a good switch right there. I think the AFC West the AFC in general needs another hammer. And I think Boone could do that. And I think Sean would even out the NFC a little bit. And then I think the other one, the AFC South needs a little help. So I say we bring Nick Z over and we send him Chad. Because who wants Chad in a conference?
I like that.
I do. That's picks and sacks, baby.
We'll do this lightning round thing, so we'll just go boom, boom. Brent do the first answer first on the first one, then Tosh first on the next one.
Yeah.
And it'll just be like super short answers, and then whoever gets the most takes it home, I guess. So starting out, best user.
It's Jack, man. Jack's a coach. He knows what he's doing. He always plays well. Doesn't matter the cycle.
Hey, I'll go. I mean, I had Jack written down, but the other one I'm going to give a shout out to, especially on defense, user and somebody different, is Jared. Jared's got me a couple times where I'm throwing right at his user, thinking he's not going to make a play, but he's been making some plays lately. But Jack's the man, but Jared get my honorable mention.
Best division.
AFC North. AFC North, I think it's with Jared showing up, going to make the playoffs. And I think the addition of Hawkeyes is going to be huge. I mean, that dude's tough. I think he makes a run at the playoffs next season.
I'm going to go with the AFC East. They got, I think VVD is going to win the Super Bowl this year. 2 Super Bowl champions. New user in the Dolphins, so we can't count anything against him from the past players. And then Rob's the man. Everyone loves Rob.
Worst division. That'd be back to you, Brent.
Oh, it's me again?
Yeah.
Right. Sorry about that. Worst division. Man, sorry, John. It's yours. Chad is like 7-8, and he's playing for a chance at the division tomorrow against JMO.
Tosh.
I mean, AFC South's bad, but I'm going to go with the NFC South. All right, NFC South. I mean, right now, I think Brian's going to win that division with maybe 6-7 losses. Rec not having a chance. Dave left because there's no competition. And then Nick Z, he literally loses. Doesn't matter if maybe Doss early sims the league or if some guy's cheesing him. Like, he just can't get over that hump.
Super Bowl winner.
I'm going VBD. I want to jinx him. I don't want him to win, so I'm giving him the jinx right now. VBD's winning it.
Myself, man. Stella's got a groove back. I've been waiting for it all year, man. I'm on a roll.
I got it tied 2-2.
Man.
Best articles. Who produces them?
Chad. You know, they may be very few and far between, but fuck do they make me laugh when he puts them out, man. Those power rankings are hilarious.
Chad's good, but I'm going content. My articles are back. I'm bringing them playoff articles, giving a breakdown, usually every Monday, Tuesday-ish. So I'm going to give myself some props on the articles. I've been bringing them back the last couple weeks.
Best Twitter.
Oh, best Twitter, Skip Bayless. I mean, that dude. Like, you wake up, I get to school about 7:00, and he's got like 7 tweets in a row, just ripping on people, and that's just fun to see. And then it's even better when Brian comes in and gives his sad sob story about why people are picking on him.
Not a good choice this late. Brent, what do you got?
I got drunk and ignorant, man. It's not about content. It's about the quality of the tweets with him, not the amount of them. He just pops in, randomly destroys someone, and then goes back to sleep for months. He's like a sleeper cell assassin.
I haven't even seen that guy's tweets in forever. Has he tweeted this cycle?
Oh, yeah. Like once or twice.
Yeah, because it's probably Brent. Brent's picking himself. Jeez, Pete.
All right. This will be the ending. This wins it right here. Who needs to be on this show that hasn't been on it yet?
Get NWS on here, man. He's been cracking some good jokes lately. Seems like a happy-go-lucky kind of guy. I think he'd be a perfect fit for him.
Wow, he took mine. NWS would be.
Then I win.
So then, if you're gonna bring NWS, you've got to bring his twin slob, Irek. So you bring Irek in. Irek and NWS, they might look alike in stature, but they're literally polar opposites. Going to get together with those guys over Christmas break, have a few brews, bring those 2 guys on at the same time.
Hey, Robert, Doss, are you guys still in here? All right, it's on me. I'm going to have to go.
Yeah, I'm still here.
All right, who's your vote?
I think Brent kind of took it slightly.
Rob, are you in here?
Tosh is trying too hard.
Whoa, we respect effort on the show. This is a classy program. I think we're gonna.
Robert's muted.
There's no Rob, so I'm gonna
Rob, unmute yourself.
He's opening some creaky doors.
I'll have to be the tiebreaker. We gotta give this one to Brent. So congrats on the win, Brent.
Thank you.
That was a great show. It came down to the wire. It was great answers.
Yeah,
I figured it out.
Now you have your
Robert's back.
Now you got
there he is.
Hey, I was gonna say Brent. I said it.
There you go.
I couldn't get myself off mute.
You got your 45 seconds of fame, Brent.
Hey, let's keep it clean, boys. We've been having a lot of fun in the chat lately. Keep it clean on the field and dirty in the chat. I love when the chat blows up. I hate when I have to go over videos and review them. That's a waste of my time. So clean play on the field, dirty in the chats. Let's get it.
There you have it. We'll catch you guys next time. Thanks for joining us.